business of Maltabari, and definitely heading straight into our inside discussions. And of course, today the large of course, point of emphasis is going to be largely placed onto, of course, the policies, most especially when it comes to the small and intermediary enterprises, because we get to know that the biggest percentage of actually that of the people that run these enterprises are women and the youth, and most especially when it comes to the smaller enterprises. But of course, in line with that, the recent weeks, there has been a surge, most especially when it comes to massive protests amongst the youth, and they are trying to put out, they're trying to express their grievances, most especially when it comes to unfriendly policies such as taxation, which have actually been quite a huge challenge to them to run their day-to-day business. And of course, getting to know that we are talking about the African Continental Free Trade Area, and we get to know that the youth actually have a biggest percentage to play into this. We've seen quite massive movements that have been, undertaken by the different civil society organizations, the different non-government organizations in different countries, trying to sensitize the youth on how best they can actually participate into the international free trade area. But the challenge has come out in a way that these youth, as much as they want to participate, they claim that the governments in those different countries haven't given them a chance. By talking about a chance, I mean they haven't actually acquainted them with the desired atmosphere to ensure that they can run those businesses quite much more effective than they ought to run these businesses. So that has kind of caused some sort of strikes like we've seen in Kenya, of course, which later on the president didn't actually sign the law in line with the tax reforms in about 16% taxes on bread and so much more. And before we know it, something in Ghana, honestly, the youth still give the president an ultimatum that if he doesn't really try to revise the financial bills, the proposed tax policies, the proposed tax reforms, they are actually going to strike. And that has caused quite some massive panic all across Africa. And of course, but I think some activists say now it's time for the youth to realize that they actually have a say when it comes to the affairs of Africa, most especially in determining its economic future. Yeah, so we can agree with that. And of course, later on, I'm going to be joined with the guests. These are youth guests. They are participating, the entrepreneurs, of course, they are pursuing political careers, but of course, they have something to say about what is really happening all around, what needs to be done, most especially when it comes to policy revision, amendment, to ensure that they can actually run their businesses quite much more effective. And of course, I'll be still joined with the youth in the Pan-Africanism aspect, Uganda's chapter, as we see how these are going to be moving on. Well, at this particular time, let's take just a quick break. Of course, we shall be right back with further discussions in line with what I've just portrayed earlier.
24. Driving Business. Smart 24, driving business.
We're back from that exactly 15 minutes past 9, and definitely, like I told you, we're discussing youth-related matters. But of course, in this line of the discussion, I'm joined with Norman Muramzi. He's from the PLU, and he's a youth, of course, political aspirant in quite various areas. But also the other beauty into this is that he is into business. He's an entrepreneur in that line. But of course, looking at what is happening all across Africa, like I gave you a preamble, the Ghanaian youth giving the president an ultimatum, saying that if he actually doesn't, come up with better reforms, they are going to strike. So what happened in Kenya? And I'm thinking this is, like I said, it's exposing, it's getting to make the youth realize that they have quite a big role to play when it comes to managing African economic affairs. Now, of course, from the overview and impact, Norman, good morning. It's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
Well, very welcome. Now, from your perspective, could you give us an overview of some of the key government policies that are affecting youth-led SMEs in Uganda today? Before we get into the aspect of the political party, what are proposals in place, but in your overview.
Yeah. Wow, thank you for this opportunity. Again, to appear here on Smart 24 TV. As it is, smart is business.
Exactly.
Smart means business. Uganda has been good in setting programs, but implementations. Like Youth Livelihood Fund. Youth Livelihood Fund, it was a program that was set for the youth of Uganda to empower them, at least to acquire social economic potential. And self-employment opportunities and income capacities. But when you consider, sometimes I ask myself, when this Ugandan government is trying to design a program, or they first do feasibility study on something they are going to initiate, I don't know. But it was a good program, according to how it was set, and it was prospected to do something among the youth. It was welcomed, it was introduced across the whole country, but it didn't go well.
Exactly.
And some other programs, because they included the youth and NADS, they included the youth and Bonaba Gagaware, they included the youth in Operation Wealth Creation.
Exactly.
When the government thought that they are energetic, but I don't know why these programs are not implemented.
Implementation.
Yes. I saw a statement of Prime Minister. He was saying that if Ugandans, some of the Ugandans have failed to grow rich by peace, they will be forced to be rich.
Okay.
By calling them to police to make a statement as to why they are poor when their brothers and sisters are rich. Then I asked myself, really does the Prime Minister do visibility study? Has she made a survey, a real survey to the community to see what is happening?
Exactly.
Because you can make a policy, but if it fails to be implemented well, it affects then the policy you've made. It affects itself.
Okay.
How? Why? What do I mean? The police again will blame you
Okay.
because you've not used it the way you designed it.
Designed
You've misused it. Now when it turns, it's why the youth will react. As you see, I know Uganda is not same as Kenya. It is totally different. Uganda is totally different. It is set on a foundation that is far different from Kenya. It is why we shall not have all that chaos. In short, we have enough security. Yeah, because my boss is a very good CDF. I think you've seen what he has done along the roads. This way. You don't still get that. They are over. Someone responsible for that will do it, but not everyone. So I'm very sure people feel calm, no chaos. I advise the youth to be humble. We shall go far.
Okay. Now, in line with that, how does your party propose to address these challenges and foster more conducive environment for young entrepreneurs? Purely.
In fact, PLU is not a political party. It is a civic organization.
Okay.
Being patriotic is loving the country and serving it with all of your heart. Without expecting any profit from the public. But you expect the public to grow at least, to achieve something from your initiative. Now, as we are very patriotic, we are ready to support everyone, not only youth. We are ready to support everyone. Though we know that there is a man who made some statements that there is the new force of nature at hand, stirring all over the world.
Yeah.
They are the young people.
Exactly.
Whom we have frankly failed.
The young people we have.
Yes, we have frankly failed.
So it's the reason why
they are angry. They are energetic.
Yeah.
They are organized. They can make a change. They can make a difference.
Yeah.
They are a moral army. What is the solution?
Exactly.
The solution is to get the hell out of their way. What is the hell? Here, why all projects, why all programs are not moving well is because that we got a disease.
What's that disease?
Sometime back we shared about that disease.
Corruption.
Corruption. I told you is the training before you get engaged into power. You have training to be corrupt. So I think it's the one that is affecting our country concerning all programs. Because in the year 2000, this program was started in the year 2013, 2014. But in the year 2015, we had an organization. It was a youth organization called YOFAD, Youth Organization for Advanced Development.
Okay.
We were engaged in cultivation and pastoralism. But I can tell you that as the whole organization of 100 people plus, we were given only 3 goats.
3 goats.
Then I asked myself, 3 goats. Now, when I was trying to make my research, I saw like in Kampala, 458 groups have received some funds from this program of youth livelihood. But I asked myself, 458 groups, Kampala as the capital city, how many groups should be there? And I asked myself, should Kampala be the first priority? for such policies. Now, our government, I think we need, when we are recruiting people, when we are employing people to work for the public, we should first observe far to understand which people should be employed. Because people have no pain, have no love for their country. The president, the former president of Kenya was telling the Kenyans that mudomo tam mudomo is mudomo tam tam, sweet mouth, meaning producing sweet words.
Sweet words.
When you produce sweet words, this is what is here in Uganda. You produce sweet words to the public which is energetic, the public which can understand, because we are not still in analog.
Absolutely.
We are living a digital life. Where you find that at least everyone is at the level of understanding. You will not use that sweet mouth today, sweet mouth tomorrow, sweet mouth another day. People feel bad. So these programs and the people spearheading them are not matching.
Yeah.
I don't know whether we follow relationship. I don't know whether we follow religious. I don't know. But
The criteria.
the criteria that is being used is not good. Now what I inform people, what I try to analyze for the people outside there who are watching, stay strong. I think last time you saw this gentleman, Mr. Michael Mawanda. They are the people who tried to enter PLU, a new house that was built. When they discovered that there is a new house that was built, they entered and they said we can hide ourselves here because these people have not yet got experience. But they don't know how they were discovered. We don't want the so-called Empurunguse. The Waganda call it Empurunguse. We don't want it at all. We want to go straight. We want to show the public that we are ready to serve.
Okay.
Whatever category, whether people in the markets, whether people in shops, doing these hectic taxes is affecting the public.
So much.
Is affecting the youth. And according to the last census, this census of recent, I think 50% and something is the youth.
Absolutely.
Which is energetic to work. I ask myself, if this government does not come out and empower the youth, how is it going to leave the country? Because in 1981, when our dear beloved president today failed in elections, because he was energetic, he said, no, I can't abide by this. I'm strong.
Exactly.
Let me go and do change. So we should not wait for the youth to react. We should try.
We shouldn't.
We should try. President Museveni said something, but I don't know whether it will work well. Because he has always said, but the people he's working with, I don't believe. I pray to God, because he's above all, that he is not ready to tolerate the still fresh NRM, NRA. You know, it was NRA, then NRM. The original, to keep accepting mistakes.
Okay.
Maybe if you're committing such mistakes abroad, not here. But when you're here, he must deal with you.
Okay, all right. We're going to take a short break, and of course, with Norman Muramuzi from PLU, and we're discussing youth-related matters. and of course, what are some of those policies that are largely affecting that is implementation, which is at the end of the day comes in line with the youth livelihood being affected in our country, Uganda. Let's get into a break, and of course we shall be returning to wind this up. Stick around.
Smart 24 Driving Business.
Luxury redefined at Seasand Hotel as you indulge in the splendor of elegant living fit for the royalty that you are. Step into comfort, pampering and blissful customer-centric service as you select from our range of comfy exquisite living quarters furnished to meet with your royal preference. Surrounded by scenic beauty, tropical setting allows you to escape the glamorous ordeal of city life. Our ambient green gardens will guide you to a place of revitalizing rest. The 3-star restaurant caters to your palate, serving your choice menu ranging from exotic cuisines to local delicacies. Our chefs will serve you full-course meals for a truly out-of-this-world culinary experience. Our fully stocked bar to whet your throat, from renowned global brand whisks, brandies, gins, beers and wines to our locally celebrated beverages, you will not lack for any brewage. It's an all-new experience in the East at Seasand Hotel, so visit today at Plot 15 to 19 Spire Road, Ginger, or contact us on +256 751 719 960 and +256 785 354 614 for reservations. Seasand Hotels, luxury redefined.
This is Jordan. When it comes to classwork, Jordan is magic. Jordan shines. Jordan makes his peers better. Jordan is a true leader. White Star Magic family, be a leader, be magic.
Smart 24 Driving Business.
Well, exactly 26 minutes to the top of the hour. This is Smart Means Business. I'm Andrew Barija, and of course we are discussing youth-related matters following what is happening all around the globe. And of course we saw that this is not the first time it's actually happening here in Africa. If you remember very well with your history, Pan-African nationalism, part of the fight for independence was largely inspired. Some of the countries that got independence got inspirations from, seeing what other countries did somewhere, and it inspired them. I mean, there are these islands which were also under British colonies. When they were able to get their independence, the Africans, that was one of the key factors that led to the growth and rise of African nationalism. And that is quite very key and essential to relate it to the current economic situations as we see what is happening with our neighbors. The youth are tired of the economic harsh policies. And now, what does it influence? What is that going to impact youth in other countries in Africa? And of course, we're here discussing that for Uganda's situation with Norman Muramzi from the PLU. Now, Norman, what do you think are the primary challenges faced by the youth led SMEs and the current government policies?
Currently, the number of youth has increased, but there is no program that is preparing them.
The youth have increased, but the program.
Yes, the youth have increased, but there is no program preparing them to work for the country. There is a new program that was brought to the public for the youth, DIT, Directorate of Industrial Training, and it has been running. But the challenges the youth have got, they have committed all their efforts to follow the government policies, like that of DIT. They learn, they get skills, but they have no capital.
Okay.
They have no capital to initiate their own businesses. I attended that program because I respect government programs. Because the government to bring a program, it is brought for the natives, for the national people. I attended the DIT on a course of value additioning, white meat value additioning. Immediately when I left, when I got a certificate, I initiated a business, a small business. With my small capital, it has grown up slowly, though it has some hindrances. But when I consider the steps I were at and the steps I'm at today, and I compare myself with some other people who didn't have even a single coin, I see like we are misusing time. Because these guys, they tried whatever they could to get skills, but they are not skilled.
Why is it like they're not? Why is it that they are not like?
They have no capital. I think as they set programs, like you see this PDM, they set what? They should set a program. The government should set a program for the youth to empower them well. Because there are many, but if you can consider the youth budget, I think is like 610 millions. So if you can count 610 millions for this, I'm talking of this Kampala, you see like it is very small. They should expand. So that these people should be opportunistic to earn something. Because if they earn today, it will push them for tomorrow. They will not become a problem. Or we shall not become a problem. Because I am among them. The challenge, the next challenge that has affected the youth is that they are overtaxed before they start the business. Those who have been lucky to start their businesses, before the business operates, the tax collectors are on the door.
First paint a picture of that. How?
What I mean, they want license and some other and implementing some other government policies on the youth when they are not yet ready. Instead of, I think, calling out like, how can I frame it?
As feasibility?
No, not feasibility. To educate them, to empower them, so that they can normalize the business. After normalizing the business,
then they start
taxing them. But immediately as you start the business, they put tax on you.
Okay.
Many youth are hawkers.
Yeah.
You know what is happening in Kampala with KCCA? They don't want hawkers.
Yeah.
Eh?
True.
Me, I would say if you don't want hawkers, plan for them. Create a market.
But they have tried to create markets for them, but they don't want to be there.
How many markets? With how many stalls? I saw this market of Karerwe. They built a market. On top they put some polythene bags. When the wind came, whoosh, it all went. Now is that a market? That is the standard of government?
Okay.
It is not really the standard we want. If we minimize, at least okay, build small, but with the capacity of being seen that it's a market.
Okay.
Not getting the reads you do you make something that is simple to remove shame on you when it is again causing shame. Now, I think our government should be having experience according to the period it has spent leading the country, at least to build a shape on which we should follow.
Okay.
Because we are the followers.
Yeah.
We shall follow all processes, but shaped well.
Okay.
Because if you can consider, now we've been talking of Kenya. Some Kenyan leaders, they identified what they did. Because I saw the MP of Nakuru East was apologizing. Even he made t-shirts saying, "Forgive me, I did it, but I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I voted yes, I'm sorry." And the wife also putting a t-shirt. Yes, he did it. Forgive him. He voted yes. He is sorry. But here, even arresting someone corrupt, it's a tug of war. Of recent, I heard the statements of our dear beloved Speaker, Madam Anita Mongi, condemning the president. I asked myself, are we in a country with the president?
Okay.
How can a president talk and you do this? The president is now feeling pain for the country, is now feeling pain for the generations. You know, they had made excess budget of 750 billions.
Yeah.
The president said no. What we need our young generation to achieve will not come out of this. If it has always been a mistake, today it will not be a mistake. But again, this speaker didn't watch out to see what the president was meaning before the country. The president knows, as I told you, that before he entered the power, he was a youth. He was energetic. He knows the energetic people, the new force of nature at hand, I've told you, is ready.
Yeah.
But if you don't feed them well, the country will not go further. Now, I advise the government, because I'm not working in the government, I'm a patriot for my country, to set strategic programs for the youth.
Okay.
The youth are energetic to do business. The youth are energetic to empower whatever they will be given. But they need to be empowered. They need strategic programs.
Absolutely.
When there are no strategic programs, they will not reach anywhere. when the government brings like such policies and they come on TV, they go on radio talk shows, they say, hey, this program and this has come, so youth, please be engaged. But you talk on air and you don't implement, you don't do visibility study to learn which areas.
The priority.
Yes, which areas should we spearhead this program in? Which people? Because if we say we are empowering the youth, we should have that visibility study to see, to watch with your eyes that what is needed. Do you know that sometimes implementing like such policies, someone will come and ask for money?
For money?
Yes.
Okay.
Is coming to implement the government policy.
But he's asking.
But again, for you to be engaged in that
activity.
Yes, you must subscribe something.
Okay. That's
corruption I'm talking about. So, Mr. Andrew, this has affected the whole country. This has affected the youth. I know even the middle age who are not yet 40 something have faced this problem because our country would be far. Our country would be far. Because if you can see what was the target of Youth Livelihood Fund in 2014, I think the government had targeted the people so that before they grow mature, they should be at least acquiring something at their age.
At the
yes.
age.
They build a foundation and they are acquiring something of what they built.
Oh, that's key.
Right now, I don't know which youth program is running. Just airing out on what. Blaming the youth is the only problem.
Is the only talk.
But before you blame, first know which area am I blaming. It is why even if you beat a kid, you will find him or her building, cooking, driving, doing whatever. Even if you beat a kid right now, next 2 minutes you will find that kid doing something else. Because the kid is energetic. So the youth are not empowered. If they can be well empowered, if they can have access to funds, you burden a youth, you're asking for the mortgage to have some money. Where are they going to get it?
Okay.
To give you the father's lands. The youth have nothing. They have just came out of schools. Sometimes you may find that the parents sold what they had to raise them. They have acquired education, but after acquiring education, nowhere to go. Sleeping along the street and patrol vehicles are carrying them. They are stressed, they have lost hope because they are not empowered.
Interesting. As we wind this up, because our time is so fast spent, let's take a look at the future vision and ahead. And I want to see, looking ahead, what's PLU's vision for the future of youth entrepreneurship in Uganda? As we wind this up.
One, before PLU does anything further, we want people to love their country. We want the youth to love their country. Energetic people to love their country. I've put my power on the word energy, being energetic, because the youth are strong, they are powerful. So we advise the youth to follow our advice, because now we are humble. You know, before you serve, you first teach someone to accept the service and the importance of the service. To love their country. Uganda is our country. We shall never be Kenyans, we shall never be Sudanese, we shall never be Rwandese, we are Ugandans. We must love our country. When we love our country, every program that will come will be put in action.
In action, okay.
Because a good example is our neighborhood Rwanda. Every program that comes out must be implemented. This is why you see Rwanda is developing each and every day. I visited Rwanda some time back and I said, is this Rwanda of 1994? It is completely different Rwanda if you can compare it with 1994.
94.
You can't believe that Uganda was ahead of it.
Yeah.
It is smart. Everything goes well. No one can be corrupt. The moment you think to be corrupt, I'm here targeting you. Security tight.
I'm waiting for you. Yeah.
Yes, I'm waiting to arrest you. I will serve the information. Immediately you will be arrested. They do not tolerate corruption.
Yeah.
Because they love their country. They are patriotic to their country. So, as I told you, PLU is a patriotic league, is a civic organization. We don't mind much, but the first thing we are minding is to love our country. Because if we love our country, I told you, everything will be well.
Well, okay. Thank you. It's been a pleasure to have you this morning, Norman Ramsey from PLU. And of course, we've been discussing matters to do with the youth and what is happening all around the continent of Africa. Of course, youth expressing their grievances in line with that. Well, thanks for being part of Smart Means Business today's edition. Of course, we shall be getting in touch tomorrow. Good morning. Stick around.